That's the mindset that people have these days, man. I don't understand why. However, most people, they feel like if I don't understand something, then I don't like it. And if I don't like it, then I don't want to learn about it. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to get more information. And nowadays, if it's too good to be true, right? We've all heard that. It's considered a scam. But nowadays, don't even try to share opportunities with anybody because if it sounds too good to be true, it's going to be a scam. I don't know what or where that thinking and logic came from, but I just wanted to talk to you guys this morning really quick before I get to my job, my 9 to 5 here. I had a lady who reached out to me on Monday, and this was on LinkedIn. To In my mind, she wanted to recruit. That's what she was doing, but it's okay because I'm always open to networking. I'm always open to connecting with people and seeing what people are doing that I might be able to learn from. So I connected and we started having a conversation. And she says, "Hey, I looked at your background. I looked at X, Y, and Z, A, B, and C, and you seem like you would be a really good fit for what I'm building, what my company is expanding into." And I said, "Awesome. That's pretty cool. But at this time, I'm really not looking for a job because that's what she said. It was a job opportunity." I said, "I'm not really looking for a job, but I am interested in connecting and networking with people so that I can find some people that I can share my opportunity with. There's a lot of people with opportunities out there, and I happen to think the one that I'm sharing is a lot better. Let me just put it that way. It's a lot better than a lot of the other ones that I've seen and heard about. So I basically tell her, no, I'm not necessarily interested in a job for one, and I have my own opportunity that I'm sharing with people, and I think you might be a good fit for it. And she goes, okay, you know, what's your job what's your opportunity? And I said, well, I'm actually working with essential services, and I'm helping people that want to save money. And whenever bills get paid, I'll get paid too. And she goes, oh, that's good. I go, yeah, I thought it was good too. So then I said, would you be interested, or would you know anybody who would be interested in having that same situation happen for them? Meaning when bills get paid, they get paid. And she goes, well, no, I'm good. Then I go, oh, okay. Since you're good, what's up from Turkey? I go, since you're good and you wouldn't be benefiting if people paid bills and you made money when people paid bills. I go, do you pay bills? And she goes, yeah. And then I said, would you be okay if you were in a position where you saved money every single month and I made money every single month because you're paying your bills because you're already paying them right now? And she was like, no, that's a scam. And I'm like, what? That's a scam? And I instantly had to laugh because to me, like I said before, anyone who doesn't understand something could always ask questions and get the answer. But if you jump to it's a scam from something that you don't understand and you've never experienced and you don't think is possible, that's crazy, right? And it seems like there's a whole bunch of people who operate with that same mindset. If you're watching today live as I'm doing this, or you happen to catch the recording, I want to just really have you comment after you've thought about the question so that I can understand. I'm really looking for help. I want to see how people's minds are thinking because when you hear something that sounds too good to be true, my question is, how do you figure out if it is too good to be true or if it actually is legit, Or do you just think that, oh, it's a scam? And I remember that, a long time ago, somebody told me that if it's too good to be true, then it's got to be a scam, right? Is that how you operate? Or is there some sort of process that you engage in so that you can do some checks, research, and see, okay, this checks out, but this is where it starts to fall into the ground, right? And what's funny to me sometimes, I think about the fact that there's so many real legit scams out there, and smart people, people that have a lot of knowledge and, you know, intelligence, they fall for these things. So it makes me wonder, if things that are so obvious that they're scams, people don't question, they don't do the research, they don't find out and make sure before they invest their money or their time or their energy, they just make the move. So I want to know, what's your process? I am open to learning. Share with your boy, Carl. Help me understand what is going on. Hey, Killer 01837. Sheesh. Don't kill nobody, man. But yeah, this is very interesting. And then right before I jumped on to do this quick live, I saw a post from a news channel actually. And the funny thing is, this was talking about a real legit scam that people invested in thousands of dollars and thought that they were doing crypto trading. These folks thought that they were actually making money, right? And there's so many people that fell victim to this. It's crazy. It's sad. There's even a lady I know personally. There was multiple people I know that were involved in this thing, but one lady that was pushing this thing so hard. You guys might have heard of it. BG, wealth sharing. Dude, if you think for 1 second that you're going to be able to copy and paste your way to millions in a matter of months, there's something wrong, right? Something majorly wrong with the thinking. But that's what this whole scam was all about, ladies and gentlemen. If you can believe it, people really thought that they were investing money onto a crypto trading platform, and they were receiving 2 signals a day that they would go copy and paste into their exchange so that they can start trading. All these people could never really withdraw this money that they were looking at, this fake numbers on their dashboard. But this is what people fall for. And that baffles me, because once I heard it, I was like, what? Are you kidding me? You serious? This compound calculator is what you guys are showing people? And this is what people are buying into and are investing their money. But, to each his own, I guess, right? Because for me, the things that I see that are legit, some people see as a scam. So, for me, looking at somebody else's opportunity and saying, dude, are you blind? This is definitely a scam. They might be looking at me like, you're a hater. You don't see it, and that's all right. Because one thing that I do know is that when it comes to the opportunity I'm sharing with people, we're talking about services. Like right now, I'm on my phone recording. If I didn't have internet, or if I didn't have a phone that had service, I could not do this. It wouldn't happen. So what happens is, whoever you pay to have your service active, that company makes money every single month, because you're basically subscribed to their service. And what I did was, I was open enough to listen to an opportunity when it was presented to me that said, hey, the bills that you pay every single month could actually pay you back. And I said, wow, how does that happen? So I went and investigated. I got the information. And just one example was my cell phone bill. I was paying T-Mobile. And I decided, okay, this other company decides that they're going to pay me every single time I pay my bill, that's a better deal than what T-Mobile's giving me. T-Mobile is just giving me the service, but I can get the service and a little bit of my money back. That makes sense. So I started, you know. I don't know if you guys have ever had anyone tell you that your bills or some of the bills that you pay or that other people are paying could pay you and become a source of income. That's all I needed to hear. And ever since 2022, I've been taking advantage of it. And there's a lady yesterday, like I started this video with, that told me, it was a scam when I asked her if that would be a benefit to her. So I just thought it was pretty interesting. Interesting enough to share. So that way you guys can know what's going on, what's possible, and get a better understanding for how people are thinking that may not necessarily be serving them. I always say if I can do anything to help you win, I'm here for it because I want to see you winning. But one thing I don't do is read minds. So let's keep this conversation going in the comment section, man. Yeah, Raymond, stop spamming. Appreciate you guys, man. We'll talk soon. Peace.